Hey guys, so I thought I would do something a little different. I usually do all makeup videos, and I got a lot of good response when my hair looks great, by the way. I got a lot of good response when I curled my hair a couple weeks ago. Hey Jeannie. Hey Heather. So I thought I would show you guys how I used my wand. Oh, I wonder if I can lock this screen. Crap, I don't think I can. All right, I'm sorry if the color changes when I move. I didn't lock the lighting on the screen. I don't know how to do it now. But anyway, hey Alania. Wait, shit. I think I said your name wrong. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm working from home today and I decided to take a little break and show you guys how I wind my hair. Okay, so I have a Conair curling wand. This is the 1 inch. It has the 1.5 inch attachment, but I'm using the 1 inch. So I got a lot of good responses when I curled it and posted a picture, and I hardly ever curl it. So I thought I would just do it again and show you guys. And I figured now is the best time because we haven't gotten the storm, and I don't know if we lose power, we haven't lost it yet. So I might as well just start now. So if you guys are watching, give me a shout out. Let me know if you use a wand at all, or if you have, what you think of it, or what your brand is. I just chose Conair because it was cheap, and I have their blow dryers, and I've always been happy with their blow dryers. And I've had their curling irons before. So I've had it for, sorry, yeah, I guess it's just been so long since I've said it out loud, and I was like, what the hell? So I have Conair, everything, and I know that it's not the best brand, but for the purpose that it serves, it's great. For my straightening wand, I do have the Chi. I do go higher when I'm gonna to a better brand when I'm gonna straighten my hair. But for the curls, this is easy, and I don't have my regular clips, so I'm just using a couple of these small clips to get my hair out of the way. So what I did already. And I don't have my comb either, so I'm just gonna make two. But what I did already was spray my dry shampoo in. I just used the herbal essences. They actually don't make the one that I really, really love. And after this, I won't buy the herbal essences anymore because it's a Garnier brand, herbal essences, Aussie, they're all together. And I think they test on animals, so I'm not really down with that. So I probably won't buy them again, but I have some, I have to get rid of them. And the curling wand I use actually comes with a glove, and it's super cheap and awkward and thick and has seams in the wrong places. So I don't want to use it. So I don't use a wand, and I've never burnt myself. I should probably have put on a lighter color so that you guys could see better. So I apologize for that, but hopefully this will still work. So I spray my hair before I curl and after I curl. And FYI, I'm using Aquanet right now, also not my preferred brand, but when I was traveling to San Antonio, I realized that I forgot hairspray, and I just had to get whatever was at the shop there at the hotel, and so that's what I got. So I have a very tiny section here, very tiny, but I'm still gonna split it up because I wanna get real light bouncy curls, and if I do too much, even though I have pretty fine hair and I still have this seems like a really small section, I want to get bouncier curls, and they'll last longer too. They'll be heavier and less volumized if I do a bigger chunk. So what I'm gonna do, oh, this is my problem, I'm holding it in the wrong hand. I actually kind of twist it around. So as I'm bringing it around, I'm letting it twist in my hand, and that'll give it a little more of a natural curl. And then this is why I have no issue not using the glove, because I never actually touch the end of my hair to the wand. I let it stick out, and that gives me a little more of a natural curl as well. And I hold it there for about 10 seconds, and then I've got my curl. And so I just let that sit and cool while I move to the other sections. So you see how little hair I have. I just do 3 sections right here. And I separate them with my fingers, and again, they're not all that equal either. This section in the middle is a little bit bigger than the other two, and that's okay with me because I'm gonna get, I say a lot. That's okay with me because I'm gonna get a little bit different sizes and a little bit different shape, for lack of a better word. I missed a big chunk here. And that's, again, going to make it look a little less, I say natural, but a little less Shirley Temple. Just got my one in the mail. Okay, Kristen, what brand did you get? What brand did you buy? And if you guys have, like, everybody else is watching, if you guys have one, please tell me your experience with it, because at first, I don't think I loved this, but I often feel that way with new products, and then I end up loving them because I don't know how to use them, and somebody has to show me. Here we go again. But I really like it because I can get, I guess it depends on the length of my hair too, because I did not like this when I had really, really short hair. Like right after I cut it, I did not like the way that the curls looked. But then once my hair started to grow, I didn't like the curls from the chi as much. I like this better. So I guess it kind of depends on your haircut as well. And again, I'm using a Conair, which is not an expensive one. It was probably like 20 bucks. And I think I got it off of Amazon. Is that, oh wow, that's just the wind. I was like, is it raining? It's not even raining here yet. Do I have anybody watching that's in North Carolina? Because we are gonna miss a lot of the bad parts of the hurricane, but I know that North Carolina is still gonna get hit pretty hard. Wow, I took too big of a section over here, so I'm actually gonna split this again, which I don't normally do. I normally just do 3 and 3, and that's all I need because I have such fine hair. So, all right, so Jill, what brand do you have? Tell me that first, but so I split my hair. I do like 1, 2, and 3, okay? So I'm doing my bottom row first, and I split that in half, and then I do a couple sections here and a couple sections here. And I always start in the back because I find that easier. Consider. What is that? I've never heard of that. Or that's an autocorrect. But I have 4 sections here now, but I split it into my sections. I'm not very precise with it, and I kind of like them to turn out piecey because it's a little more of like a beachy natural curl than a Shirley Temple kind of curl. Conair. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I've never heard of that. So mine's a Conair too. So I just take it and I switch hands. So if I'm curling the left side of my head, I hold the wand in my right hand. If I'm curling the right side of my head, I hold the wand in my left hand and direct with the hand that's over here because that's easiest. So as I'm curling, I actually let it twist because that also gives me a little more of an imperfect curl. I think that's the best word to use because you'll look at me and know that like I was not born with these curls, but I don't want it to look so perfect. And you can see like, you know, I have this piece coming out here, that's totally okay. And I comb through with my fingers. If my hair was really curly, I know that I would have to have a little more control with the hair. So I wrap it around and then see, I just let it keep twisting as I wrap. And you'll see when I brush it out with my fingers at the end how this works. And I see a piece that I missed. Gonna just wrap that around there too. And I start kind of at the middle. Whoops, I start kind of at the middle. That's okay. I start at the middle here. If I wanted bigger, I could start up here, but also if I want bigger, I can just go with the bigger wand. But if you have long hair, you probably need the whole length of it to keep wrapping your hair around. Okay, so I've done that. So I'm gonna spray, and I'm going light with this because this Aquanet is no joke. It really holds. So I'll take my hair down, and I only sprayed the dry shampoo because like I'm legit no patience. Yeah, it takes a little bit of patience, but I find that doing it this way goes pretty quickly. And again, I have fine hair. If you have thick hair, it's probably much more difficult. But I have fine hair. I have a lot of it, but it's fine, so it's really easy to manipulate and control. And again, doing it so that they're not trying to get perfect curls gives you a little more room to make mistakes because it will look like you did it on purpose. Yeah, see, well, so this is what I was saying about the dry shampoo. I sprayed it because I washed my hair not, yes, did I wash it yesterday? I think I washed it yesterday and then I slept on it. So it's still pretty clean, but I use the dry shampoo to keep myself from getting oily. But the other benefit of using that dry shampoo is it acts as a texturizer. So if you have super clean hair, you need to put something in it to give it texture, or else it's not gonna hold the curls the way you want to, like not at all. And by the way, this section is these are getting bigger than my bottom. So I will probably have to do like 4 sections on each side instead of 3 like I was doing on the bottom. So again, I'm wrapping around and then I just let it twist as I keep going. So you see what I mean? Like the longer your hair is, the more of the wand you'll actually have to use. But I kind of start in the middle right now and go down to the end versus starting at the top end and going down to kind of the middle. And I don't think I held that for a full 10 seconds, but you see what happens if you don't hold it long enough, you don't get that much of a curl. So let me do the next one for a full 10 and show you guys. So again, I sprayed the hair with hairspray before, and I will spray it again after to hold the curl I put in there. And the hairspray before is also giving it that texture. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do you mean difficult because of the mirror? Now see, that curl is way tighter than the other one. And actually I might need to do more than 4 sections. I might need 5 sections here. Let me do a little bit more. What, like watching yourself in the mirror makes it difficult? I'm confused as to what you mean. Because for me, I need the mirror. I have to see what I'm doing. Oh, like you get, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, that does take a little bit of practice to get used to. But the mirror is easier than doing it in the camera. That's for sure. But you see, like I'm already at least halfway done with my whole head, and I haven't been doing it that long. So I'm wrapping around and letting it twist, and I'm keeping all of the ends out, and I'm also keeping it away from my head. I'm like an inch off of my roots because I don't want to like deflate my roots. I don't have any mousse in my hair, which I normally do after I shampoo to give some volume to my hair. So I don't want to compromise that even more by getting the heat directly on my scalp. I also don't want to burn myself, but if I get the heat directly on my scalp, then it's going to deflate once I let go, because the weight of the hair is going to pull down and the heat is going to help that pull down, and then I'll get really flat at the root. Whereas right now, you can see I'm pretty volumized. So go to the other side, and I just kind of brush it out before I start running my fingers through it so I don't have any tangles or clumps, but then I just use my hands. And again, if you have really curly hair, you probably won't be able to do it that way. You're gonna need a comb for sure. See how I just twist it around? But if you have even just wavy hair or straight hair, then you're okay. Yeah, I do miss my purple. I see pictures of myself, but more than the purple, I miss the long hair. And unfortunately, I got a little too purple happy after a while, and I had to bleach to get more purple in there and get it light the way I wanted it. I mean, if I just put purple on top of the brown, it would have been a really dark purple, and it still would have had a hint of the brown to it. So I had to bleach, and I got a little too happy with that. And it just kind of made my hair really dry. So then I ended up cutting it all off. And now I really miss the length, but I do like my dark brown hair. I really do. Most of this is my natural color, at least at the roots. We dyed it back to match my natural color. And I know that it's my natural color because I see so many grays in my roots. So definitely I like it, but I mean, the purple is just so fun. Professionally though, I don't miss it because I think that obviously it doesn't make me dumb or incompetent to have purple hair. It doesn't mean, oh, thank you, Melissa. It doesn't mean that I can't do my job well or that I'm unreliable. However, when you work for a large company, there's always going to be people that have that perception, or they think that other people have that perception, so they're like concerned about it. And like my supervisor, I know, prefers for me to not have the purple, but he actually never said anything when I had the purple, like never hinted that I needed to change it, never treated me any differently. But now that I got rid of it, there are people that I realized didn't like it because they will make comments about how much they love me having my natural color. And I'm like, oh, you didn't like the purple? And they kind of hesitate, and that's really funny. Because like I didn't do the purple thinking everybody was gonna like it. I mean, duh, not everybody likes brightly colored hair. And there are some people that just have a hard time getting used to that. So it's really funny to me when they get embarrassed and they don't want to really like admit that they didn't like it. And I'm just like, it's okay, I'm not upset. I didn't do it for you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, and I really love seeing other people with it. Like, I went to that new place, Noodle Man, and our waitress there had purple hair. And it was so pretty, and it was really similar to the color purple that I had. And I wanted to say something to her, but I didn't get the chance to. I'm trying to think where I want to part my hair. I think I want to part it on this side. So right now I'm going to part it on this side. And I'm going to curl this. See, like, I don't know, can you guys see some of those grays in there? There's one really long one right here. Look at that long silver one. But see, that's how much the color has gone down, like all the way down to here. So everything here is all my natural brown already. And you would think that my hair would be longer by now. I swear it just like either breaks off in my sleep or it's just not really growing. I don't know what's happening. Oh, and we're done. This is it. Just kidding. So you can see it's going pretty fast. My hair dries fast too, and I think that's just because it's so fine. So as much as I would love to have thicker hair, I have to say there are some benefits to having thin hair, and it means that everything goes faster, which is kind of nice. So I just whip it around here. So what I'm doing is the part is opposite of where I want my final part to be, because I'm gonna do this side, then I'm gonna make my final part and do the top pieces. And obviously I wanna do the top pieces last because I don't want anything to lay on them or weigh them down. And once I get to the top as well, I start to choose smaller sections so that I can get more fluff out of the hair and more volume, and make sure I've got really tight, I wouldn't say really tight curls, but the tightest of all of the ones on my head. I want the tightest curls to be at the top. I mean, I guess you could say my hair is growing down to here now. When I cut it, it was like up to here. I saw pictures of that last year when I cut it. It was about this time. So again, tell me, you guys, what brand of wand do you have if you've used it? I hear Conair. And do you like using a wand, or do you guys prefer using like a straightener or a like traditional curling iron with a clip? I feel like I don't know anybody who uses the clip anymore, because inevitably you end up with a mark from the clip in your hair, and you can kind of disguise it, but I just feel like once the wands became popular, I don't see anybody using a traditional curling iron anymore. So especially around my face, I'm choosing a really, really tiny section of hair, because those are the ones that I'm gonna end up touching the most, and they will lose some of the bounce when I touch them. So I make sure to get them as small and as bouncy as I can to begin with. Look at that. Look at that little curl there. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's the washing machine. Like, it's so much water, but it's not even raining yet. All right, so I'm gonna spray that and let that sit. You guys are so quiet. Does no one curl their hair? Does no one have a curling wand? Let me know what you use. Okay, so I will just go ahead to this section. So this is where I'm gonna have the part. Gonna go ahead and spray again. Oh, I went a little heavy there. It's all over my hand. And the grays, you guys, look at those grays. Ah, That's proof that I'm getting old. I was told not to pluck them though. I was told if you pluck them, they start growing in really wiry. And you don't need one, Katie. You probably have a good straightener though. What straightener do you have? What brand do you have? I was told that if you pluck your gray hairs, they will grow in wiry. And I don't want that to happen, so I don't pluck them out of my head anymore. Okie dokie. So curl just like this, and remember on the top, oh gosh, Brittany, don't judge me. My hairstylist is on here. Now I'm afraid I'm gonna do something that she's gonna scold me for. Don't scold me for my brand, especially the hairspray, because I only have that because I got it as a backup. It is not a good brand. But you know what I need is to win one of those Moroccan oil giveaways that you guys do. Because seriously, they're so freaking amazing. I love my oil. I use it like every time I shampoo. Oh God, I hope those dogs are not chasing the cat. Okay, they're not. So, a little bit more. I think I can get away with 2 sections here. I could probably do 3 in the front, but then they'd be really, really tiny sections, and I don't want them that tiny. And I have even less hair on the other side, so I'm really, truly almost done. And you guys have watched me do my whole head, so this is going by really, really quickly. And you see how I'm just letting the hair twist around until I get to the very end. Let me make sure that's on the heat. Not holding it to my roots, don't want to burn myself, and I don't want to deflate my roots. It's getting super hot in here. Let me make sure my cat is okay. Good girl. Still laying on the bed. Okay, sorry guys. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and spray this section so it can get set. Whew, got my face there a little bit. And then I have just this little bit of hair over here, hardly anything at all. And of course I got those grays in there. One day I'll cover them up again. But they're not so bad now. I'm supposed to be proud of them, right? Theoretically. Okay guys, so Brittany, tell me what brand of wand would you recommend? I have a Chi for my straightener, but this is just a Conair for my wand, for my curling wand. So if I needed to get a new one, what brand would you recommend for me? Hey April. All right, one more after this and then I'm done. And I would normally let it cool for several minutes, but for the sake of time, I'm probably not gonna cool it as long. I don't wanna make you guys sit there and just stare at me while I cool it, and I'll show you as quickly as I can how I just fluff it out with my fingers. So April, do you have a curling wand? Have you used one? Do you like it? Not a lot of people are responding to me today, which is fine. Maybe they don't even have the sound on. Some people are like me and don't watch with the sound. All right, so that's it. So I'm done with the curls. It's all curled. It's all curled in the back. At least I hope it is. Oh, it looks like it is. All right, so I've sprayed the sides. Like I said, normally I would let it cool off a little bit more, but I don't want to make you guys... What brand is it, April? I don't want to make you guys sit here and wait for it. So what I normally do after it's cooled is I flip and I spray underneath. I get a lot of hairspray on it. I don't want to go too crazy with this because this is Aquanet and it's really like holds really, really well, and I don't want to do that. This is a backup, okay? This is not my chosen brand. So you have a Conair too, okay? Yeah, see, because I mean the Conair has always worked for me, so why, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So again, I would let this cool more normally, but I don't want to waste your all's time. So I go from underneath And I just kind of fluff with my fingers. And at first I don't run my fingers all the way through. I just kind of go halfway down and then pull them out. And I just work my way to the top. Okay, and then I can flip my hair. I don't know if you can see this. And then run my fingers through the top that way. And you can see I've got like mega volume, right? But I can go back to where I parted it and kind of just clean it up. And I can pull pieces that I want to be separate, you know, like this front piece. I can pull it down so it's not so crazy. But sometimes what I actually like to do is flip from the part that I originally intended, because then the curls are going a different way. Then some of the curls are coming in, okay? So, and it depends on the look I'm going for. Like if I'm gonna go out, I'll get it big and crazy and I'll fluff it up a lot, you know? But if I'm gonna go to work, I want it to be a little more tame. So I'll kind of make sure some of the curls are tucked and not so big. I could even clip some of the hair back, but I hardly ever clip it. Thank you, April. Don't judge me. This is Aquanet hairspray. I bought this from the hotel when I was in San Antonio because I forgot to take it. And so now I'm just using it up. But my favorite brand would probably be Big Sexy Hair. But what I have at home is Aussie. And again, I bought it not realizing that they test on animals, and I am using it up until I get rid of it. And then I'll switch to another brand. But I will say it works. The Aussie works. It's just I'm not a fan of testing on animals. So the curls, like, I don't ever leave it one way and love it. I'll wear it like this for a while and have the curls kind of going into my face, and then I'll switch and think, oh, I want to wear it over here, or oh, I want to rough it up some more so it's less curly and more wavy, you know? Oh, look, and then I get this little piece coming out. That's kind of cool. So it's like whatever you want, but this is better than where I started, that's for sure. And in the back, I can't even see the back, you guys, but I get like this nice fluffy wave going on. Hold on. I can see, whoops. I can see a little bit of it. But I can mess it around, and that's the other reason. Oh crap. That's the other reason I really like using the wand and getting the kind of messy curls, because I can just run my fingers through it and change it and move it around, and it will still look cool. So I hope this helps some of you guys who maybe don't curl your hair a lot. Melissa, I hope this helps you when you go to practice. All right, thanks guys. Enjoy yourselves and be safe in the hurricane if you're in the area. Love you, bye.